Hello, this is Amy Thierry and Kristi with the Learning Assistance Program. This screencast will provide an overview of the Learning Assistance Program. Areas of focus will be the purpose of LAP, meeting the K-4 first focus, student eligibility, using the menus of best practices and strategies, allowable activities, and readiness to learn.
The Learning Assistance Program, also referred to as LAP, is a supplemental program designed to assist students in kindergarten through 12th grade who score below standard in English, language arts, and mathematics. LAP support is provided in addition to core instruction, and the purpose of LAP is to accelerate student growth through effective and efficient implementation practices. Districts implementing a learning assistance program must first address the needs of students in grades K-4 who are below standard in reading or reading readiness skills to improve literacy. The K-4 first focus on literacy does not mean that all LAP funds are to be used exclusively on K-4 literacy. Approximately 50% of all K-4 LAP enrolled students must receive ELA or readiness services. Districts should have clear documentation regarding any LAP services that were declined by parents and retain those documents for auditing purposes. For more information about the use of LAP in the English Language Arts content area, please refer to the English Language Arts menu of best practices and strategies. It is important to remember that the K-4 first focus on literacy does not mean that all LAP funds must be used exclusively on K-4 literacy. LAP also serves students in math, behavior, graduation assistance, transition readiness, and readiness to learn. Student eligibility for LAP services requires multiple measures of performance to determine eligibility. These measures can include nationally normed assessments, state assessments, classroom-based assessments, teacher observation, and parent referral. LAP behavior services are available for students when the district believes addressing behavioral needs would improve students' academic performance. A student may receive LAP services for academic and behavior support or just behavior support. Districts may serve students struggling in English language arts or mathematics with behavior services. Students identified for LAP behavior services must be below standard academically in English, language arts, and/or mathematics. Again, multiple measures of assessment are required for determining student eligibility. In addition to nationally normed assessments, state assessments, classroom-based assessments, teacher observations, and parent referral, student attendance and office referrals may be used as some of the measures in determining student eligibility. The impact of behavior services is measured by academic growth in ELA or math. The assumption is that the provision of behavior services should positively influence student academic outcomes.
Student eligibility for Grade 8 transition support should include multiple measures of academic performance, and like behavior, these measures could include student attendance and office referrals. LAP supports graduation assistance with credit retrieval for students in grades 11 and 12. In order for students to be eligible for support, the student does not need to qualify with multiple measures. Instead, students qualify based on failure to earn credit. Up to 5% of a district's LAP funds may be used for readiness to learn. Students do not need to have been identified as scoring below grade level standard in English language arts and/or mathematics to participate in readiness to learn programs. Districts determine the eligibility criteria for students receiving RTL services.
In order to improve LAP, the legislature passed a bill in 2013 requiring OSPI to convene expert panels to identify the practices that best help students grow and succeed academically. The menus of best practices and strategies serve all K-12 LAP students and are reviewed and updated annually.
Every district and every school have unique needs. The menus of best practices are guides to help districts strengthen student educational outcomes. Districts select a practice or strategy from the English language arts, mathematics, or behavior menu for implementation through their LAP program. Allowable LAP activities should be aligned to a best practice from the menus. Districts should use data to inform program development and integrate effective best practices and strategies to support supplemental services that accelerate growth for students who struggle to meet academic and non-academic performance indicators. Allowable activities include the following: extended learning time, which occurs outside of the regular school day on Saturday or beyond the regular school year. Tutoring, which includes pull-out models or push-in support that occurs during the school day. Graduation assistance, which includes extended learning opportunities for 8th grade transition, as well as 11th and 12th grade credit retrieval.
Additional allowable activities include professional learning, which is targeted professional learning for educators working with LAP students, consultant teachers, which includes content or instructional coaches who work with teachers to accelerate growth for LAP-served students. The focus of targeted professional learning, when funded by LAP, should include instructional strategies and content that will support student outcomes. It is important to note that there are a lot of professional learning opportunities that can benefit all students, not just students who struggle. If the intent is to support LAP students, professional learning that may benefit all students can be used. Family engagement is an allowable service which includes activities or support for parents with students receiving LAP services. Family engagement should emphasize communication and collaboration between families and schools toward increasing student success. Strategies for family engagement can involve family events, home visits, and a variety of other activities. These strategies should have clear goals and be aligned to student learning outcomes in ELA, math, and behavior. Community partnerships are also an allowable service. These partnerships may reduce barriers to learning, increase student engagement, and enhance readiness to learn.
Readiness to Learn programs are designed to serve students significantly at risk of not being successful in school. Each district determines the eligibility criteria for participation in Readiness to Learn programs. The goal of Readiness to Learn is to reduce barriers to learning, strengthen engagement, and ensure all students are able to attend school ready to learn. The school board must approve in an open meeting any community-based organization or local agency before LAP funds may be expended. If you have questions or need help, we would love to hear from you. Please call the main office or email the LAP team at lap@k12.wa.us.